students, today I am here to discuss lipogenesis with you. Lipogenesis, the process of synthesis of fatty acids. It is a metabolic pathway by which the fatty acids they are synthesized from acetyl coenzyme A. Lipogenesis is not the reversal of beta oxidation. Beta oxidation, that is the degradation of fatty acids to form acetyl coenzyme A. There are many differences between the lipogenesis and beta oxidation pathway. First, the site of reaction. Oxidation that occurs in the mitochondria, whereas the synthesis that occurs in the cytosol. The intermediate carrier in case of oxidation process are coenzyme A, whereas the acyl carrier proteins they act as intermediate carriers in the process of lipogenesis. The coenzyme involved in case of oxidation are FAD and NAD, but NADPH that act as a coenzyme in case of the lipid biosynthesis. In the oxidation, 2 carbon atoms they are removed at a time, whereas they are added in the process of lipogenesis. Then as the acetyl coenzyme A, the starting material for the lipogenesis that is generated in the mitochondria, it must be transported to the cytosol where the lipogenesis occurs. So there is a transport system that transports this acetyl coenzyme A to the cytosol, that is known as the citrate-malate shuttle system. The outer mitochondrial membrane that is permeable to acetyl coenzyme A and many other substances like citrate, malate, pyruvate. But the problem is with the inner mitochondrial membrane that is not permeable to acetyl coenzyme A. Therefore, there occurs a shuttle system. The acetyl coenzyme A combines with the oxaloacetate inside the mitochondrial matrix to form the citrate. Then this citrate that transports through the inner mitochondrial membrane to the cytosol. And in the cytosol, this citrate that again regenerates acetyl coenzyme A and oxaloacetate. Acetyl coenzyme A that is used for the process of lipogenesis, and the oxaloacetate that again reacts further to form malate, and that malates that enter the mitochondrial matrix through a malate transporter as shown in this diagram. Acetyl coenzyme A that enters the cytosol is used in the process of lipogenesis, and the oxaloacetate that forms the malate and that enters the mitochondrial matrix, where malate that forms oxaloacetate, which is again utilized for further transporting the another molecule of acetyl coenzyme A from matrix to the cytosol of mitochondria. Then there is a formation of acyl carrier protein complex. 2 acyl carrier protein complexes they are needed to start the process of lipogenesis. They are the acetyl ACP, that is a C2-ACP, and the malonyl ACP, that is a 3-carbon ACP. And after that, additional malonyl ACPs they are needed for the chain elongation process as the lipogenesis proceeds. So firstly, the acetyl coenzyme A that reacts with the acyl carrier protein to form the acetyl ACP, CH3 double bond O SACP, with the release of coenzyme A. Then from the acetyl coenzyme A, malonyl coenzyme A is formed with carboxylation process, that is by addition of carbon dioxide to the acetyl coenzyme A. Malonyl coenzyme A, that is OC double bond O CH2 C double bond O SCOA is formed. Then this malonyl coenzyme A is converted to the malonyl ACP with the help of enzyme malonyl transferase. It forms malonyl ACP and coenzyme A is released. Then further occurs the elongation of the chain. Four main reactions, they occur in a cyclic pattern again and again for the elongation of the fatty acids. Here are the reactions of fatty acids. Firstly, the acetyl ACP combines with the malonyl ACP. It undergoes the process of condensation to form the acetoacetyl ACP. Then the second step is the hydrogenation, in which acetoacetyl ACP accepts the hydrogen atoms from NADPH to form beta hydroxybutyryl ACP. Then this beta hydroxybutyryl ACP that undergoes the process of dehydration, that is the removal of water, to form the crotonyl ACP. Then again hydrogenation occurs by addition of hydrogen atoms from the NADPH. Crotonyl ACP is converted into butyryl ACP. So we have started with the acetyl ACP with 2 carbon atoms and ended with the butyryl ACP with the 4 carbon atom. Therefore, this is known as the chain elongation. Here is some detail of these 4 steps. The first step, condensation, in which acetyl ACP and malonyl ACP, they are fused to form the acetoacetyl ACP plus carbon dioxide and 1 ACP, that is acyl carrier protein, that is released. And the acetoacetyl ACP, that is CH3 C double bond O CH2 C double bond O SACP is formed. Then the second step is the hydrogenation, that is the addition of hydrogen atoms provided by the NADPH, and the acetoacetyl ACP is converted into the beta hydroxybutyryl ACP. Here ACP that stands for the acyl carrier protein. Then the third is dehydration, removal of water, that introduces a double bond in the molecule between the alpha and the beta carbons, leading to the crotonyl ACP's formation. Then again hydrogenation. Crotonyl ACP, the formula of crotonyl ACP is CH3 CH double bond CH C double bond O SACP. It accepts 2 hydrogen atoms from NADPH and H positive to form CH3 CH2 CH2 C double bond O SACP, that is known as the butyryl ACP. So once from the acetyl ACP the condensation, then dehydrogenation, then hydrogenation, then dehydration, again hydrogenation, that leads to the formation of butyryl SACP. C4 fatty acids is synthesized. Then this C4 fatty acid, that a fatty acid containing 4 carbon atoms, that undergo further elongation processes. The same 4 steps, they are repeated again and again. And in all the further steps, malonyl ACP that provides 2 carbon atoms at each cycle. So the C4 fatty acid that is converted into C6, that further converted into C8, C10, 12, 14, 16 and so on. And the cycle repeats. And the length of the fatty acid chain that goes on increasing. This was all about the malonyl pathway, that is the synthesis of fatty acid chain. Thank you. Have a nice day.